Hiya.
And welcome to another episode of The Things I Wish My Mum Had Told Me. It's a podcast by me, Clara Hermit.
And me, Emma, Tasmanian Devil Hill.
That's such a good description
Tasmanian
of you.
Devil, yeah. I used to watch Looney Tunes all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's from Looney Tunes, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my brother used to love that.
I can see that's a good description of you. You
Mhm.
basically are a little bit of a devil. In a good
Devil,
possible...
me?
In the best possible way.
I'm like a wholesome devil.
A wholesome devil.
Yeah.
If ever there were.
Yeah,
A wholesome devil.
that's me.
We've got another Dilemmas episode today because we've got some juicy...
We do. You've been hitting us in the DMs with all of the juice. And we just want to get through them and share them with you
The
guys.
way you did that, you're like,
Juice.
juice. Juice. It's like the least juicy juice I've ever seen. Come on.
Juice.
That's better.
Juice. Mwah. I'm really feeling myself. I don't know what it is, right? When I wear this one top, I bought it in America from the Gap. From the Gap. It's just like a workout top, but it makes your titties like look sumptuous. When I wear it and I'm on FaceTime to my man, I'm literally like, my eyes are up here, babe.
But you keep looking at your own tits.
Yeah, I know, because I'm kind of enamored.
So it's good.
I bet they don't look as good from this angle as they do from the downward angle.
Well, only you would know. Do you want me to test it out? I can.
No, we're looking at me.
Yeah, they look good now.
Yeah, but if you come above and look down.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I can see
what I mean.
Yeah, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Tall people would appreciate that. Woo,
Yeah.
wow.
Whoop-de-woo.
Well, this episode isn't just about Emma's tits. It's fine.
Yeah, I never really get my tits out,
No.
not anymore. Not anymore. But, when you're like 18 and you get like, the big push-up bras, and you're like, tits out. Never really do that no more. Not for me. Like I wear triangle bras or like a t-shirt bra. I'm not one of them push-up girls, and now I'm like, fuck, maybe I should get a push-up.
We'll just get more of those tops.
I can't. They're from the Gap.
You order them Gap online?
No, they don't fucking do plus size in the UK.
Oh,
They
for
do it in
fuck's
America.
sake, these
I actually have two.
selfish bastards.
I have this one and one in brown, but it's somewhere deep in the depths of my
you
chest of drawers.
You need to dig it out, babe.
Yeah, so basically all that to say, I'm feeling myself. That's all.
I think you should be as well. You look great.
Thanks, darling.
I'm
You look great
I'm
as
enjoying
well.
your tits being out.
Thanks. Makes
really
a change.
Yeah, it's a nice change. I like the view. I got a good look, everybody. 10 out of 10.
Everyone else got a good look.
10 out of 10. What are you going to do? You need to lean. No, it won't be the same. We need to pick up the
I'm
camera.
not selling my body for you guys. If you see it, you see it.
I mean, we're not buying it. We're not selling it. We're just... We've lost all thoughts now. Okay,
Are you going to hit me with one
I'm going to hit
first?
you with a dilemma.
All right.
We haven't done our normal introduction, but if you've got a dilemma or a saucy secret, you know what to do. mumtoldmepod@gmail.com.
And that's on.
Right, let's get into this then. It's another big dilemma and big in capital letters. I have a big...
You sound like you're doing radio. It's another big dilemma. Number one this week.
It's going to be long, but I'll try and sum it up, says
All
this
right,
person.
All right.
No, not me. I didn't say that. She
All
said
right.
that. I met this guy at work nearly 2 years ago. I was in a relationship, unhappily, and young and defo naive. The guy I met, let's go with Chris, was 33, had a reputation for being a man whore at work and a child. What a catch!
He's a child or he has a child?
No, he's got a reputation of being a man whore and he has a child.
Okay,
so he sounds like a catch. The child bit, absolutely fine. The man whore bit, But sometimes, reputations aren't true, are they? So we should not...
Sometimes it's all hearsay.
We should reserve judgment. He seemed all mysterious and cool, so we'd chat, etc., etc.
Definitely a man whore. That's their big personality trait.
What be cool?
Mysterious, yeah.
I then went through a big breakup, which Chris was aware of. We then started sleeping together, but making it clear we were just friends. He then started getting drunk and telling me he loved me.
Oh, piss off.
To begin with, I was over the moon and believed it, until within a couple of weeks of saying it, he'd completely ghosted me and disappeared on me.
Oh, dear.
He quit his job in July 2023, and we spent most of the summer hanging out. He took me on weekends away, we went on dates, we tried being together, but he went into silent mode. So I said, we'll just be friends who sleep together occasionally, but don't hold ourselves back. He also slept with another 2 people in that time. So I then got an STI test and tested positive for chlamydia. He didn't tell me. I found the box in the bin in the bathroom.
Wait.
So, sorry.
Wait, so he has tested positive for chlamydia.
Wait.
She doesn't...
He slept with 2 people in that time. He didn't tell her that he had chlamydia. She found a box in the bin in the bathroom. She took it out and was in shock. She left it, went home, and that's when she did her test, and she tested positive.
Well, wait, what was the box in the bin? The medication to treat the chlamydia?
No, it was the test, the STI test box. You know, you can get the online ones.
Off.
So he's got the test, done the test. He knew he had chlamydia, hasn't told her, and she's found
What a
it.
scumbag.
She's found it and done the test
What a
herself.
scumbag.
She's tested positive. So she said, we didn't talk for a while. He got rid, and so did I, of the chlamydia. I got rid of it.
Oh.
We then got drunk, and I got a taxi to his. We slept together again.
Girl,
no,
girl, girl,
no,
girl,
no,
girl. You're literally,
no,
you might,
no.
You're literally pulling the trigger on the gun yourself. You're making me angry.
Don't do that to yourself. This man is a
He
waste.
gave you a disease which could make... I'm getting angry. He gave you a disease which could eventually make you not able to have children. It could really
Infertile.
fuck with your
It's
health.
an infection,
And
but
you
yes, it can. Right. Are you ready for the next bit? Because you're going to
Well,
get
you know what?
angrier. My wait, we slept together again, and he confessed every bit of love for me.
Oh, of course he did.
He told me he was in love with me. He told me he wanted to be with me. And that he really meant it. He's now 34 with a child. And ghosted me for a week after saying all of this.
Oh, dear.
Prior to him ghosting me, we decided to be together. And she's in
Of
brackets,
course they
she's
did.
put done with me over here. And then he dipped. So what do I do now? He wants to talk and explain, but honestly, I don't know what to do.
I'll tell you what to do.
Put him
Throw
in the
your phone in the
bin!
fucking Thames. That's what you need to do.
Or any river, any
You know what
water
he's doing? He's
source.
giving me, Shanice, your mouth is moving. It looks like a rat.
Yabba,
Yappa,
yabba,
yappa,
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 yappa.
yappa, 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 yappa. It's giving yappa, yappa.
He's a complete mess. He's saying what he thinks you want to hear in the moment.
I can't lie.
And he knows that he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, you're going to come
he
back.
gave you chlamydia without telling you. That's so disrespectful. And then you still slept with him again. So he's just thinking, bah, easy.
Minus the chlamydia, this is kind of reminding me of a situation that I used to be in with a guy where it was like, oh, 1 minute it's all hot. We're talking to each other all the time. You know, seeing each other, whatever. Next minute, he'll confess something to me. Like he'll have a moment where he'll tell me his like feelings deep down, and then he'll go all quiet. Are you all right?
I've got front wedgie. The seam's right in my nun. Sorry.
You're right in the crease.
Yeah, it's a bit better now.
Right. I used to see a guy like this where it's like he pours his heart out, and then all of a sudden, after you told me that, it's fucking radio silence. My dumbass. Every time I'd be like, fuck this guy, I'd block him, whatever, and then we'd start talking again. Because I don't want to put labels on her, but it's giving insecure, you know?
It's giving
I need
self-love.
validation. And I'll say that because I felt like that about myself, even though that's hard to admit, right? But the thing about these men, he's obviously avoidant. I've been doing my research a lot more about attachment styles. And what made me understand my situation with that guy better was he was an avoidant attachment style, and that's cool. I'm sure something has happened to you as to what makes you an avoidant attachment style, and I'm sorry that happened to you. I don't have to put up with that shit now.
No.
I do not have to put up with your shit and the fact you won't get your shit together. The whole thing about, oh, I love you, but you're the love of my life, and you're the one I really want to be with. Keep it to yourself. Because if you're just going to keep treating me like shit, I don't want to fucking hear it.
But also, I think once someone's done that to you, I say this all the time on this podcast, and I say it all the time in my own life to myself, like someone's actions are what matters, not their words. It doesn't matter if he says, I love you. It doesn't matter if he says he wants to be with you, because his actions are showing you he doesn't love you and he doesn't want to be with you.
Or he's just not capable of treating you well. And it's like, he might feel what he's saying might be true, but at the end of the day, he evidently can't treat you how you want to be treated.
Love isn't just a feeling. Love is
true.
a doing word.
True,
it's a verb.
true.
Like you do. It's about what you do. It's your actions. It's upholding that. And it's not easy or whimsical thing to say that you love somebody.
No.
And I just think that, like, maybe in that moment he's, feeling a certain way and he wants to express it like that because it heightens his experience, perhaps.
You're right, because like people throw around the word love a lot, whereas love is not something you like can experience unless, I feel like it takes long time. And as time goes on, your love grows deeper and gains more understanding.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't know how long it takes to fall in love. I don't think there's a certain amount of time.
The initial love, though, like as much as you might feel like so giddy and so full of love, it's so superficial.
Yeah.
Like love in the
you
beginning.
don't know that
love
person.
5 years in is like solid.
Yeah. So I just think that you, in this scenario, like, what are you getting out of it? Like, you were talking about validation at
Mm,
the start. Like, this person doesn't respect you.
yeah.
He doesn't care about your feelings, clearly,
Yeah.
and yet you're still kind of
It's an
sleeping
ego
with
thing.
him.
It's like for me with that guy from experience, it is a complete ego thing. Like, and because they treat you so poorly and because they keep you hanging and like breadcrumb
Hmm.
you, it makes you feel like they're more valuable than they actually are
Mm.
because they're so elusive and they keep pulling themselves
And
away from you.
mysterious.
It makes you want them more because it's like, oh, and it's our ego. Like your ego is like, how are you gonna reject me? Nah, you're not gonna reject me. And it's like it makes them you put them on a pedestal because they're so unattainable.
Mm.
Whereas I feel like maybe secure people would see that and be like, yuck,
Yeah,
you treat me like shit.
that's the
Bye.
turn off.
People that are more like insecure in especially in their love and like that and need validation and need attention and need these things,
Mm.
which doesn't make you a bad person or doesn't make you a, whatever. You put them on a pedestal because it's like they're unattainable. And it's like to feed your ego, if you could obtain that and keep it and hold it, that would fulfill some part of you. But I actually don't think it would make you
It
happy.
wouldn't make you happy because actually there's nothing about them that you really like as a
No, there
person,
isn't.
or that would make them a good partner. But I also think like I would experience something similar to that, but mine wouldn't come from a place of ego. Mine would come from like the anxious
Yeah.
attachment and that kind of like wanting someone's validation and love to prove that I'm worthy.
Yeah.
And so certainly in the past would happen is if people are unavailable and avoidant, which
Mm,
very often anxious attachment style and avoidant attachment style are attracted to each other,
yeah.
the more that someone pulls away, the more that anxious attachment is triggered. And
100%.
the more it's just like the anxiety comes and the what's wrong with me and why am I not good enough
Yeah.
and why don't you like me and all of these things that go over in your head. So and the only way that I know when people are like, oh, but how have you started to heal that or how have you made changes is to fucking love yourself
Mm,
and work out like what do you want to be happy in a relationship? Because I know what level of communication I want and need to be happy.
yeah.
Like I know all of these things, but in the past, even if I kind of knew them, I would, oh, I'll just make an exception. I'll make this, I'll make that, because my anxious attachment had been triggered from a
Mm,
logical like place and critical thinking mind. I know that that's not cool and it's not
mm,
what I want, but once anxious attachment has taken
mhm.
control, it's really hard because that painful emotion is leading all of my decisions. So the more that I learn to kind of, love myself and the more that I'm like, This doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense," the better.
But I think naturally most, especially women, like I think I like to think of myself as a kind of, secure attachment
Mm.
style, pretty much, maybe bordering a little bit on anxious.
You're secure. I would
Yeah.
say you're
But when
secure
someone acts
a
avoidant
certain
towards
way.
me, I become really anxious.
Mhm.
Because so I think naturally, even if you're not a super anxious attachment style person, when a man or whoever acts avoidant towards you, it makes you be anxious because it's like, what? Have I done something wrong? And it's like we will naturally look inwards and be like, is it me? Have I done something?
But
When it's never
But I
really
do
that.
think what you said about this then elusive person or this person who doesn't want you, like
Mm,
having more value, because this kind of happened to me recently, and there was someone, and I'm like, on paper, I would never be happy with you anyway.
yeah,
You wouldn't make me happy if we were in a relationship, but yet the fact that you don't want me
yeah,
triggers that anxious attachment. Now
100%.
I'm in a place now where I'm super aware of that. It doesn't mean that I have to act on it, but it's really interesting, like how these like psychological things
Yeah,
work with and emotional things work within us and how they make us act differently. And even when I was talking to him, we had this conversation. He's like, "You don't want me though, like you
mm,
as I am right now, this version of me. You don't
yeah,
want me." And I was
yeah,
like, "No,
yeah.
I don't."
But it's like a trophy thing, and it's not really a conscious thing. It's a subconscious thing that we do in order to feel good about ourselves. And I feel like if she really stripped it back, do you actually want to be? What is special about him?
Yeah.
If you
What
sit
do you
these
get from
people down
him?
and say, "What do you like about him?" Could
Because
you really list some things that like would make you really happy? It's because they're pulling away so much that you want them so bad. It's not
yeah, and
about
they
who.
give you
It's not
that up
about
and
who
down and
they
that
are.
inconsistency and keep
Yeah,
you dangling. And
yeah.
also, I think it's just like in these. I forgot what I was going to say. It was probably really good, but it's gone out of my mind. I just think in these situations, that's what I was going to say. If you are spending that much time on energy on something that you don't really want, you are not making space
Yeah.
or time and energy for the things that you do really want. And
Mm.
also, if you're saying yes to that, do you really want the loving, committed relationship that you say
Yeah.
you want?
Yeah.
And I think actually for me, like the kind of situations, because I think everyone attracts crappy men,
Yeah.
but it's how we deal with them. and whether we pursue things with them or whether we recognize that and then say, not for me.
I had to become sick to death of
Yeah.
those kind of situations to where I was like, I'm just going to be alone, which for me, like, was quite a big thing because I've always been, ever since like in my 20s, like, I've always been chatting to someone, always been with someone. I
You're
had to
still in
get
your
so,
20s.
yeah, I know. But I mean, like, in the past few years, like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
I've been like constantly dating people.
Hmm.
I've never really had like a period of time alone. I had to become so sick to death of these fucking shitty situations like this. I've been in
Hmm.
multiple situations like
Hmm.
this where I had to be like, nah, I can't. You have to become sick to death of it before you're like, I'm ready for something actually. Because I was saying, oh, I'm ready for a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. But the way I was behaving and like what I was putting up with
What you're
from
tolerating.
what I was tolerating was not saying that I was ready for a relationship. Because if I was ready for one, I would cut that shit out.
Yeah, you wouldn't
But
deal
I
with it.
wasn't because I was loving the validation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. So I think that it's really about kind of questioning what you want, but that man definitely
Also,
belongs
can
in
I
the bin.
add?
Yeah, go for it.
You ain't that man ain't your friend.
He's not your friend,
That
no.
man is not your. Oh, anyway, that man is not your friend. So don't try to force no friendship with it. Because again, I've been there, I've done it. I'm telling you from experience. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm telling you from experience.
Don't be friends
These
with him.
people are not your friends. If someone would treat you like that, they are not your fucking friend. I
Mm-mm.
would never treat someone that I care about, who's my friend, in a way that would make them upset.
Never. Ever, ever, ever. And I think that's a really good point. Sometimes we do that. We're like, yeah, we'll just be friends. And then he ends up fucking you and then not talking to you. He's not your friend.
No.
So that's a really good one. Do you want to read this out?
Yes.
He had a whole other girlfriend.
Oh, what? You know what? Oh God, this is long, isn't it?
It's quite long, but you can get through it. I've got faith
I'll
in
get
you.
through it. It's like story time, girls. Okay.
Story time with Emma.
To cut a long story short, the guy who I thought was the love of my life had a whole other girlfriend. We dated for around 3 years, broke up for 6 months, then got back together. The first month of us being back together, he was great. Then he randomly started not replying as much, not seeing each other as much, from 4 times a week to once every 2 weeks. Eventually, through being a girl and being a detective, if you know, you know,
Yeah.
I found out he had a girlfriend. A few weeks later, and a lot of back and forth with a lot of lying from his part, he told me he broke it off with her and was grafting me so hard these weeks, but in reality, he was still in bed with her most nights. I turned up at, oh God, I turned up at his to find her in his bed. A big argument happened, and lo and behold, we've been no contact ever since that night. Those two are still in a relationship, by the way. She knows everything as I explained the whole situation to her, and she still decided to stay with that man. Clowns, if you ask me.
Love it.
Oh, God. And then she put background. When we was together, he never ever put a foot wrong and was the most loyal and loving person. He could be in a room full of 1,000 women and still be looking at me. We were just different people. I was young and impressionable at the time, just wanting to be loved whilst we had a very positive relationship. He definitely wasn't my type of person in terms of the way I want to be loved and personality. Basically, how do I get back to myself again? I'm definitely moving on from the process, and it's definitely taught me a lot in terms of showing up for myself and staying true with my intentions and knowing I'm a good person. But I don't know, it just hurts sometimes that someone was once so good to me and I truly thought was my forever played me like that. I now understand a lot of what happened from his part was a lot of resentment towards me regarding the breakup and lack of emotional intelligence and communication. But no matter how understanding. Wait, what? But no matter how understanding I am or try to look at the situation in different lights, I just feel lost in myself. I'm very much a rejection is redirection kind of girl, which I do believe the situation ended in the best possible way for me, but it hurts. I feel lost and I'd love another person's opinion and understanding of the situation. Aww.
Well, first of all, it's got absolutely nothing to do, like it has to do with you, but it's not about you and it's not a reflection of your worth, your value, like
No.
any of those things. And that, I've had guys do horrible things, like I've
Mm,
had a situation kind of like that where I found out that actually this guy that I'd been dating on and off for years had
mm.
met someone else and she lived with him and he was still going on dates with me. And I didn't have the confrontation or any of that kind of stuff.
How do they
But
find the time if they not got jobs?
I don't know because I'm too busy. I wouldn't be able to date two people.
Have
It's
you
hard
not got
enough
jobs?
one.
Never mind, but like living with
I
one
know.
and dating someone else.
I know. I mean, and if that girl has chosen to stay with him, that's entirely like her choice. Personally, for me, I would just never ever be able to trust that person again,
Fuck no.
and I'd be out the door. But that's obviously we don't know
Wait,
her
how are you
and
in bed with me whilst trying to like try and get another woman, like saying nice things to her and trying to sweet talk her and whatever whilst you're lying in bed with me.
Yeah.
You're getting
Didn't she
slapped
say
round
that
the
it was
face.
that he did it as kind of like a revenge? Is that what she was saying at the end?
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
resented her for the breakup.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like not a great situation. And personally, I wouldn't want to be with a guy like that who doesn't seem to know what he wants and
Mm.
goes and does things out of,
Spite.
yeah.
I think you're doing fine, babe.
Yeah.
Like, you sound like you've got a good head on your shoulders and you got your head screwed on. You're not trying to get him back. You know that, like, this is the best thing for you. You know, rejection, redirection, all that. I think you need to focus in on the part where you said, you literally said he definitely wasn't my
Wasn't.
type of person in terms of the way I want to be loved and his personality.
So you
So
know
you
that.
know you're not missing out on anything.
But also that shows you that this was a lesson for you. Like this was a
Yeah.
big lesson for you because actually you stayed with him, but you knew, or now on reflection, you know, actually, no, you couldn't love me how I wanted to be loved. And you're not the kind of person that I actually want to be with.
Mm,
So now this gives you an opportunity to say, right, okay, what is that? What does that look like?
mm,
How do I want to be loved? And, you know, what does the type of person that I want to be with look like? So that when you kind of meet people, you have those filters on
yeah.
and you're able to say yes or no to people and be much more discerning about the choices that you make when it comes to the people that you date. But it takes time to get over. Heartbreak is
Yeah, it does.
brutal.
It does. And I think as well, she might be struggling with the idea of like the 360, like from
Yeah.
him being how he was with her to then doing her dirty. So it's kind of like,
And also, he's now like that with someone else.
yeah, and
That's
it's also
hard.
puts doubts in your mind, like, was he doing this when we was together? Was
Mm,
he doing me dirty? Even though she felt like he was like the best boyfriend he could be and all of that. Like it's just to feel like you know someone and then for them to do something where that's completely what you think is out of their character is a lot to process.
yeah.
Like, and it's like having that as part of your story. But at the same time, it's not your role to take on who he is. Like
Yeah.
he's not in your life anymore. Let's leave it there. Appreciate the good times that you had together. See the shit that he did to you. No, you
And
don't
keep
want
it
that
moving.
again,
But
and keep it moving.
but sometimes like we can
Yeah,
philosophize
philosophical.
philosophize no but
Philosophize.
yeah.
That sounds like something to do with a plant.
Yeah, but it's not. But as in, we can talk about things. We don't know the exact answers,
Mm,
and we're not going to know the
no.
exact answers. We can go round and round in circles. We can discuss. We can try and work out why or how or what happened. But ultimately, none of it changes the situation.
Mm,
And you already said that you know that rejection is for your own protection. And it clearly is because this man wasn't your man. Like, as much as
yeah.
you say someone you thought once was your person, you know he's not your person. That doesn't mean your person's not out there. And
Mm,
I think that this is the time, like when stuff like this happens, you know, rather than kind of going out and looking for attention, and it sounds like you're not doing that at all, it is a time to kind of focus inwards, work on
mm,
self love, work on healing, work on all of that stuff, get yourself into a really good place. But it will take time. You will have doubts and you will have days where you're like, you know, I miss him, or and
what am I
all of that is
doing?
perfectly fine and
But
okay.
those feelings are actually really productive, even though they're
Yes.
really hard, because you just become this like invincible version of yourself. I
But
feel
also,
like that's happened with like both of us. Like
yeah.
you get to the point where it's like things don't affect you in the same way that they once did, which is like in a way it's kind of sad, but in a way it's also very good.
Mm. I don't know if it's sad. I think
No,
it's
because
good.
sorry, I've got an itch.
Because I don't think that my ability to be vulnerable is lost, that my ability to trust is lost, that my ability to love is lost. I
Mm,
think all of those things for me remain the same. The only difference is like my kind of bullshit radar
yeah,
or detector. And also when something does hurt me, my recovery time is so much quicker.
100%.
Because it's like if you've done it before, you know that it does get better.
Yeah,
You know that you are going to be okay.
yeah,
And you know that you will get through it. So
yeah.
you're just like, okay, I know it's going to be okay. And I know I'm going to be fine. So it makes it so much easier. It doesn't mean that you don't cry or you don't get upset or you don't
Mm,
feel those feelings. But it sounds like you're doing a really great job. And like you said, it's important to have those emotions so you're not repressing them.
yeah. When I say sad, I just mean like I think when someone does something
Yeah.
bad to me, I always think it's like you sort of expect it, and it's that doesn't mean to say like
Mm.
throughout the whole experience I was thinking, oh, they're gonna do me dirty, they're gonna do me dirty. But then it's like when they do you dirty, it's like, well, this happened loads of times before, so I
Mm.
feel like it doesn't come as a surprise.
Yeah, that's
But
sad.
I feel like you're doing all you can do right now.
Hmm.
Really,
And
that's what it sounds like.
And I think that there's no such thing as failure. It's just feedback. Like there's lessons to be learned. And the most important thing you can do is make sure you learn the lessons from this so that you don't repeat again and don't do the same
100%.
thing and don't, and you're never going to know when you meet someone, you're never going to know if they're going to be like faithful to you or if
No.
you can't know that. And you can't be on kind of like tenterhooks the whole entire time, just looking for them to do things wrong or waiting for them to do things wrong. You just have to enjoy it. And if they're for you and they're the person for you, then they're going to live up to your expectations. And if not, they're not.
And that's on that.
And that's on that.
And that's on it.
We got time for one more. I don't know what accent I'm doing, but I like it.
You've been spending too much time in America.
I
in
like
the US of A.
it. Okay, this is a cute one to finish on. I mean, it's not cute; it's horrible. But we're back.
God,
we're back to the bad boyfriends.
It's not cute. It's horrible.
We're back to the bad boyfriend series, and there's a lot of them out there.
Oh God.
I've been with my boyfriend for 2 months. It was recently my birthday, and he forgot the date. I was away visiting a friend, and he didn't text me all day to say happy birthday. He phoned me in the evening and had clearly forgot. So I asked him if he remembered that it was my birthday, and he got all defensive. I saw him once I was back from my trip and called him out again for not messaging me and getting defensive. He admitted he'd forgotten, apologized, and took responsibility for his actions. He said he won't forget next year, but I'm really hurt and feel like he doesn't care, and I'm not sure he really recognizes how big of an issue it is to me. He hasn't offered to take me for dinner or make up for it in any way. Is this a deal breaker, or should I give him the benefit of the doubt?
You get her a present?
No, he's just gone, sorry, won't happen next year.
If it's something like, I don't know, Valentine's Day or something futile like that, like, okay, but literally your birthday. And she must have been going on about her birthday, no?
Yeah.
Because like some people are dead quiet about their birthdays. I think about this all the time, I don't take offense when my friends don't remember my birthday, because does your life revolve around me?
No.
Like, if you get the day wrong, I don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? But I was
going to say I spent a year talking about my birthday when I was turning 40.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, most people, unless you're like, I have a few friends that don't talk about their birthday when it comes near the time, and then they're like, it's my birthday today, and I'll be like, what? What the fuck? Like, but I feel like if you was like with your partner, your boyfriend, you're gonna be saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for my birthday, or she'd gone on a trip, she should be like, oh, my birthday trip. Like, no. Like,
Yeah,
you'd be talking about your birthday, no? So as soon as someone I know, or like I'm really close, yeah, I do. As soon as it's like one of my best friends or whatever, or my boyfriend or whatever, talk about the birthday, I say, oh yeah, what's the date of that? And then I put it in my diary, because I don't want to be caught out. Like, I don't
know
want
when my birthday is? I don't know when you're. I'm trying to remember.
It's in September, isn't it?
No. It's in June. But I'm trying
June
I'm trying to
I feel
remember
like
when
it's the
yours.
11th,
I'm
but it
trying to
probably
remember
ain't.
when you're a Leo though, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. So yours is July or August.
August.
Yeah. So at least I
Is
know
it the 11th?
Star sign you are. Is it?
Is yours the 11th?
27th. At least I got the star sign right.
But the thing is, though, once you get on Instagram and start, my birthday next week, then you're going straight in the diary. Do you know what I mean?
But one of my really good friends, I forgot her, but I went to her house and I was like, I went round for dinner and I was looking around, there was loads of flowers.
Oh my God.
And then I just suddenly went to her. I was like, I forgot your birthday, didn't I? I forgot your birthday. And I was like, I am a horrible friend. But I feel so bad. I felt so bad. And I was staying at her house. So the next day I went and got her like a card and like some stuff, and because she'd gone to work. So I like put it through her letterbox.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel mortified. Like, I was so upset.
If one of my friends forgot my birthday, I'd be like, don't worry about it, girl.
Yeah, no, I would be like that as well. But I just like, I really care about her, and I didn't want her to think that I don't. It just, I didn't have it. Like, I'm like you, most people in there.
A belated message, a belated gift, a belated card is still really thoughtful, isn't it?
Yeah, and
like, imagine if you're going, oh my God, was it your birthday? She say, yeah, and you just was like, all right, and did fuck all about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what he's done.
But also, like, you're at the start of your relationship. Shouldn't it be like the honeymoony type period where someone's trying to impress you and be good to you?
And the thing is, though, like you say, you've been together for 2 months. Like, how long was you talking before that? Do you know what I mean? Was it like, oh, we talked for a week and now we're in a relationship? Because you're still strangers, if that's the case. Like,
I personally, if it was me, again, I would have to have a conversation with him.
like if I'm seeing someone seriously, and
Yeah.
especially if they're my boyfriend, like we're doing something for my birthday. Like we're gonna either go for a meal or do whatever,
It will
or
be in the diary.
yeah. Like I wanted to just do stuff with my friends, but I'd also want to do stuff with my partner,
Yeah.
just us two, like something cute.
Yeah. I think I would have a conversation with him, but it just sounds like if he's not going to remember
Yeah,
your birthday, then
it's not
there's
looking good, is it?
it's not looking
He
good,
won't
bruv.
remember if he won't even have your birthday in his calendar. Like that should be one of the first things like when you're talking to each other, like getting to know each other, like, oh, when's your birthday? Like, haha, what's your star sign? Do
But
you know what I mean?
also, she's got, like you said, she's going away for her. He forgot it was her birthday, but he forgot because he chose to forget. Like
Yeah, because he didn't give a
if
shit.
I'm with someone new and it's their birthday, I'm really excited about it because I love getting gifts for people.
Yeah, and it's your
I love,
first birthday
yeah,
together.
and I like doing nice things for them and like where are we gonna go? Like
Yeah.
like making surprises, doing all of that kind of stuff. There's no way I'm forgetting. So I feel like
No.
he's just not that bothered,
Yeah.
basically. And the fact that he's done nothing to make up for it, like I said, when I forgot my friend's birthday, I felt
Yeah.
bad and I wanted to make sure that she felt reassured. And obviously, I don't know how old you guys are, but I do feel like sometimes guys, when they're younger, don't have, sometimes when they're older as
Yeah, but
well,
even
to
a
be fair.
card, come on.
No, and like to me personally, I would not be in a relationship with someone like that.
No,
No
because
way.
it feels like I'm so sick of women with these bare minimum
Yeah.
guys.
And that's what
Just
it
giving
is.
bare minimum. And guess what? They'll keep doing bare minimum as long as you let them.
Mhm. And the only way to not let them is to just not be with them.
Yeah, and find someone that, like, being like, this is what I want, and then being like, okay, I can do that, you know?
Yeah. I don't think you're asking for too much.
Yeah, literally asking for a message on your birthday is asking for below bare minimum.
Yeah,
I
it's
promise you.
not that's not cool. And the fact that you've then, given him a chance to make up for it and he has not done that in any way. His way of making up for it is saying, I won't do it again next year. We got 12 months, bruv. No, you don't think you're getting 12 months.
Mm,
And the fact that you would, I mean, for me personally, that would be the point where I'm like, you're not serious. Because if
is
I
it?
have to have a conversation and tell you, actually, it was my birthday and that really hurt me or
Yeah,
upset me. If I had to do that again for a second time, you're not the person for me because
yeah.
you don't get me and you don't understand the how I want a relationship to be.
If that was me and my partner was like, oh, like it's my birthday, I'd be like, oh my God. And I'd be like, all right, let's pretend. Like, I'd be like, let's make another
New
birthday for
date.
you. Next weekend is your birthday,
Yeah,
in quotation marks. And, we'll do something.
that's right. That's right. So if
Mm,
I was you, I would put him in the bin.
fuck me, man. I can't cope with this anymore, Clara.
It's really barrel scraping. It's really like I put a thing on Instagram saying like, there's a lot of people on the internet that say that women want men that are rich and over 6 foot,
Mm,
when actually what we really want is someone
someone
who's
nice,
fun, makes us
considerate,
laugh, who is emotionally available
kind.
and who texts us back.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
and that's
feels
it.
like it's an impossible task when really shouldn't be that much of a big feat, should it?
Exactly. I don't think it should be that much of a big feat, but apparently,
It's my man's birthday next month. I don't know what I'm gonna do for him. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what. I'm thinking maybe like spa day, hotel, dinner,
oh, she's going all out. Are you going to
shagging.
propose?
I'm a fuck. No, but I'm like, you know what it is? I didn't really think I was like a gift person. I mean, I love to receive gifts, but I don't expect them. But I think I really do like giving stuff to people. Like even when I have my friends around and like I like host
Yeah,
nights
you
at
love
my house,
yeah.
like I like hosting, I like doing stuff for other people and like so I like planning events. I like doing all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna plan like a little weekend
See?
because it makes people feel
That's
special.
what someone should be doing for you. And if they're not, I really think you have to question what you want and if this person is capable of giving it to you.
Yeah, because it doesn't even have to be anything elaborate, like I was saying. Like
Doesn't.
even just planning like a little movie night at your house and going B and
Easy.
M, get some
Get some
snacks.
snacks, some
Yeah,
pizzas, all of that kind of stuff. Just, a cozy night in together. It's the
really,
effort
it's
and
the
the thought.
consideration.
And he obviously doesn't have a lot of that. So what does your mum say?
Gone to live in the bin, yeah.
Thank
But
you.
my mum also loves to say, whenever I come to her with like men troubles, she's like, "Oh, men are useless. Don't bother with them." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're the same woman that's begging me for grandchildren about men are useless. Don't bother with them. How do you expect me to get pregnant?
Well, I mean, there's quite a few ways.
Miraculous conception."
I don't think that you're a Virgin Mary, no, but I do think, there's other ways that you can do it. You don't want to have a man involved.
Yeah, of course there is. I don't want kids right now, though. She's the one that wants more children. She don't want. Sorry,
Tell
she
her
don't.
to
She
have 'em
doesn't
then.
want. No, she don't want children. She wants grandchildren.
Okay.
But she's got 3. Greedy.
I know, she's getting a bit over the top now.
Isn't
She
it?
needs to calm right down. You've got 3.
And she loves to hit me with the, but it's different when it's the girl that has the baby. Obviously, because my brothers had children, and there's only me and my brother.
Yeah.
And she's like, but
Mum,
it's different when you have.
she's going to have to wait a little while. All right?
You have to wait, Mum, until I'm at least 34, because I plan to have kids, around that time.
She's got it all sorted out, so you're just going to have to stick with the plan.
How many years
is
that? Shit, that's only 6 years.
Only
that's
6
not
years.
a long time.
It's not long. Right, shall we wrap it up?
We are going to wrap it up. That's not what I'll be doing in 6 years, though.
She'll be going on raw.
We're doing a few like shorter episodes, guys. We're on a time crunch today.
It hasn't been short.
It's been 30. I've been timing it, babe.
Oh,
We're about 35 minutes.
brilliant.
Fuck. All right.
Most of these fuckers don't listen to the end anyway.
Oh my God, you know what we've stopped doing that I thought about yesterday?
What?
We've stopped doing our saucy secrets. We're going to have to bring that back at some
yeah,
point.
we need to do Saucy Secrets. Also, if you are listening at the end, let us know with like a comment or DM, like if you got this far.
Yeah, if you're listening on YouTube as well, like, if you actually come to the end, then comment down below.
Because you are the OGs.
Oh, comment
something that
like
no one else will get.
A baby emoji.
A baby emoji.
A baby,
yeah.
either like a baby bottle or a pregnant woman or a baby.
And then we'll find out who the true OG is.
And we'll know who actually loves us with their whole hearts and who is just a fake
part-timer.
Well, actually, you never know, because someone could be like, get caught up, could receive a call in the middle of the pod and then you don't come back to it. And then,
it's fine. I mean, we
I'm
get
quite
it. Life
considerate.
happens.
I do understand everyone's circumstances.
But if you are still listening, you'd like to send us a dilemma or a saucy story, then you can email mumtoldmepod@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram @mumtoldmepod.
Everything is anonymous. And also, don't forget to give us a little review if you're listening on whatever platform you're listening on.
No lighty, no light.
No likey, no lighty.
That's it.
Because we are trying to get back up to 5 stars because we're on 4.6 currently. Because some
only on Apple, not on Spotify.
Oh, what, we on Spotify? 5?
No, I don't know, but we're much higher on Spotify because more people listen on Spotify as well.
Oh, okay.
It's whoever's out to get us uses
Someone's
Apple.
out to get us with a 1 star.
And
it's not Clara's friend that accidentally gave us a 1 star that time.
No, she reversed it.
All right, girls.
Love
and
ya.
boys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.